around since long, even before the internet. But it's one that presenters have used to bullshit people in classes for decades. And that is the now classic term, parking lot. Now, some new people may be saying, what the hell's he mean, parking lot? What's that all about? So let's say you're in a class. They've come out with a new law that changes the way you do business, which happens. And they've got a trainer up at the head of the class. And you got to remember, most of these trainers are just regular folks. Sometimes they're contractors. Most of them are just regular employees like you, but they know, the what's going on with this regulation change or legal change, and they're going to tell you how it's going to change the way you do business. Okay, great. Got to sit through those. And they get to a contentious part, a part where people else are like, well, why the hell would you do that? That doesn't make sense. Who gave them that advice? What's Congress thinking? It's foolishness. So someone will grow up here, raise their hand, and say, what do you mean we got to do that? What about this and this and this and this? What if those situations come up? They always do the what ifs. What if those situations come up? There's no way. It'll screw everything up. And the trainer, who's been doing this a while and been put in the parking lot a couple times themselves, looks and says, I tell you what. And one of my greatest devices is they'll write it on a whiteboard. Let's put this subject in the parking lot for now. And everyone goes, oh, okay, it's in the parking lot. Well, parking lot. That's what we'll deal with that. We'll get to that later because it's in the parking lot. You know when that subject gets dealt with? Never. Parking lot, done. Rip that sumbitch up, set it on fire, put it in a river, and hope it makes it all the way to the Indian Ocean because we ain't going to talk about it. That's what parking lot means. It's right up there with circle back in terms of, I ain't discussing this with you anymore. So it's a tool. And what's always amazed me is every time I've been in a situation with it and the presenter says, let's put that in the parking lot, everyone in the room goes, oh, yeah, parking lot. Yeah, good thing. Put it right there in the parking lot. We'll get to it later. No. You have been bullshat. Bullshat to the nth degree. That subject will never be brought up again. So again, go home tonight, and when your kids say, Daddy or Mommy, I want some ice cream, you look at them and you say, we'll put that in the parking lot, honey, and see how happy they are.